Sonic has changed more than most people realize. He went from being a chaotic 90s cartoon character to becoming an anime hero, a rock musician with siblings, a living meme, and even an adorable Hollywood star. But not all of his versions shined. Some almost destroyed his image, while others turned him into an icon for new generations. Today, we're going to look at every face the blue blur has shown on screen, from his very first cartoons to his spectacular return to the big screen, and discover how Sonic transformed again and again into the beloved hero of millions.
You're not gonna make it!
I'm gonna make it! I'm not gonna make it! I'm not gonna make it!
Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, 1993. We start with Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the first official animated series of the Blue Hedgehog. This show was like a roller coaster of pure comedy. Each episode was a standalone adventure where Sonic and Tails traveled across Mobius, constantly ruining Dr. Robotnik's ridiculous plans.
I got this much quack-ups! Boys, this could well be the culmination of...
Robotnik wanted to conquer the world with his useless sidekicks, Scratch and Grounder, two robotic clowns. One was a clumsy mechanical rooster, and the other was a drill-headed bot, and together they were more goofy than threatening.
There he is! Your history now, Hedgehog!
There was no serious story or continuity. This show was all about laughs, with wacky chases, absurd traps, and slapstick humor, straight out of classic cartoons. Visually, Sonic had his classic 90s design, a small body, a big head, and a rebellious attitude. The animation was bright and exaggerated, all hand-drawn, typical of low-budget 90s TV animation. Sonic the Hedgehog, SatAM, 1993 to 1994. That same year, we got another show simply called Sonic the Hedgehog, but fans know it as SatAM, and the tone was completely different. This series introduced a dark, dystopian world where Robotnik had taken over Mobotropolis, turning the city into a polluted, industrial nightmare. Here, Sonic wasn't just a jokester, he was a freedom fighter. Alongside Princess Sally and the Freedom Fighters, Sonic led a rebellion from a hidden forest village called Knothole, planning sabotage missions to rescue their friends and take back their home. Unlike the previous show,
I was built for speed and born for danger. Speed is my middle name and danger is my game.
the story had real continuity, each episode built on the last, with serious plots involving betrayals, ancient technology, and the constant danger of being roboticized. Yes, Robotnik literally turned innocent citizens into soulless robot slaves. Visually, Sonic's design was sharper and more expressive, with darker color palettes and post-apocalyptic settings that really sold the hopelessness of Mobius. This version of Robotnik is still considered one of the scariest villains in the franchise, with a deep, menacing voice and a design that looked genuinely terrifying. His presence alone was enough to make the show feel intense.
Good morning, Dr. Robotnik. Exciting trip?
Shut up, Sniveling.
Sonic Underground, 1999. 6 years later, in 1999, we got Sonic Underground, and the story took an epic, almost soap opera twist. Here, Sonic had two siblings, Sonia, stylish and strong, and Manic, a street-smart thief turned hero. The three were children of Queen Alina, who had gone into hiding after Robotnik overthrew her. A prophecy said that when the three siblings reunited with their mother, they would restore peace to the kingdom. So, the series followed their journey across Mobius as they searched for clues about their mother's whereabouts, fought Robotnik's hunters, and supported the resistance. The unique twist? They were also a rock band. Sonic, Sonia, and Manic had magical medallions that turned into instruments and weapons at the same time.
To the resistance.
Ah! Whoa!
Each episode featured original songs with music video sequences that felt straight out of 90s MTV. Sonic's look here was the most radical yet, taller, thinner, spikier quills, and an overall extreme 90s vibe. The animation combined basic digital techniques with hand-drawn backgrounds, which might look rough today, but felt futuristic back then. Sonic, Sonia, and Manic were also the first Sonic characters to use instruments as weapons, and even though the show only lasted one season, its insanely catchy intro left a mark on fans.
Sonic Underground! Sonic Underground!
Sonic X, 2003 to 2006. Next, we have Sonic X, the anime that made a whole new generation fall in love with the blue hedgehog. The story begins when Sonic and his friends, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Cream, and even the villainous Dr. Eggman are accidentally transported from Mobius to Earth, landing in Station Square, where they meet Chris Thorndike, a wealthy kid who becomes Sonic's human ally.
Hello?
Chris, is everything all right?
Hey, Dan, how are you?
I'm fine, but your mother just called and told me you made an emergency rescue last...
The show mixed the search for the Chaos Emeralds with Sonic and his team adapting to human life, while Eggman kept trying to take over Earth with increasingly bizarre robots. The coolest part? Sonic X adapted plots from iconic games like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, introducing fan favorites like Shadow, Rouge, and even the terrifying Bio-Lizard, which sent fans into a frenzy.
I must say it's a pleasure to finally meet you face to face, Sonic. We do look alike. It's uncanny.
Sonic's look was sleeker and more modern here, with longer legs, a deeper shade of blue, and blazing fast movements brought to life with epic Japanese animation. Sonic X remains the longest-running Sonic series, with 52 episodes in its first season and a total of 78 overall. Sonic Boom, 2014 to 2017. In 2014, Sonic Boom shook things up. This series completely redesigned Sonic and his friends. Sonic sported bandages on his arms and legs like an athlete. Knuckles turned into a massive muscle-bound and slightly dumb powerhouse, while Amy and Tails got more detailed, modern looks. The plot was lighthearted and comedic. Sonic and his crew defended their village from the wacky antics of a clumsier-than-ever Eggman, who lived nearby like an annoying neighbor, constantly trying to take over the world. Only with plans so absurd they always failed. Each episode was self-contained, packed with jokes, meme references, and meta-dialogue that constantly broke the fourth wall.
I think you would be a great sidekick for me.
No, Knuckles. I'm looking for someone to be my sidekick.
On the tech side, Sonic Boom used CGI-based 3D animation, which allowed for dynamic camera angles and fluid action scenes for a TV series. Although the style split the fanbase, many loved its humor and memes. Sonic Boom has some of the franchise's most self-aware moments, like when Sonic quips, "That was more unnecessary than Knuckles' redesign," poking fun at its own changes. Pure gold for fans who enjoy self-referential humor. Sonic Prime 2022. Released on Netflix in 2022, Sonic Prime took the blue blur into a new level of multiversal adventure. Here, Sonic accidentally shatters the Paradox Prism and is thrown into alternate dimensions called Shatter Spaces, each with alternate versions of his friends and foes. For example, Tails is a lone warrior with impossible gadgets. Knuckles is the leader of a resistance in a post-apocalyptic world. And Amy appears as a robotic version of herself, Rusty Rose. The series blends serious action with light humor, but with a strong focus on Sonic's personal growth as a hero, who must fix the chaos he created. Visually, Sonic Prime uses cutting-edge 3D animation with a polished, expressive style and stunning effects that showcase Sonic's speed like never before on a series. Sonic Prime explored the multiverse long before other famous franchises like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, putting Sonic at the heart of his own dimensional chaos. Plus, it was the first Sonic series made exclusively for global streaming, introducing the franchise to new audiences worldwide. Sonic the Hedgehog 2020. In 2020, Sonic made his big leap to live-action cinema with Sonic the Hedgehog, a movie that surprised the world, but first with the infamous design fiasco. When the first trailer dropped,
Meow?
Sonic's realistic look was so bizarre that fans hated it en masse. The result? The studio delayed the release for months to completely redesign him, and it was worth it. The story follows Sonic, who lives in hiding on Earth after escaping his homeworld. A mishap with his dimension-traveling rings leads him to face off against a scene-stealing villain, Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, who brought the character's classic madness and charisma to life like only Carrey could. The film blends action, humor, and heartfelt moments, especially the friendship Sonic builds with Tom, a sheriff who becomes a father figure to him. Visually, Sonic looked fantastic after the redesign, an adorable, expressive blue hedgehog faithful to the modern games, with big eyes, gloves, and iconic red shoes. After the redesign, Sonic's popularity skyrocketed, and the movie grossed over $300 million worldwide, becoming the most successful video game adaptation at the time, a true cinematic redemption. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. 2022. 2 years later, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 hit theaters, cranking everything up and introducing two iconic characters, Tails, the lovable two-tailed fox, and Knuckles, the powerful echidna who stole the spotlight from his very first scene. The plot became more epic. Robotnik returns from space exile with Knuckles' help, and together they seek the legendary Master Emerald, a gem with the power to change the world's fate. Sonic and Tails must team up to stop them in an adventure that jumps from Earth to magical locations, filled with nods to the classic games. The chemistry between characters, intense fight scenes, and upgraded visual effects took the action to a whole new level. The film ended with a post-credits tease that sent fans into a frenzy. Shadow's debut, promising an even more epic future. Ugly Sonic in Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, 2022. In 2022, Sonic became the butt of jokes again with Chip and Dale. Rescue Rangers, the Disney movie that shocked fans with an unexpected cameo. Ugly Sonic, the horrifying original design that nearly ruined Sonic's first live-action film in 2019. This time, Sonic isn't the star, but a hilarious side character living off his failed fame. In the movie, he's shown as a washed-up celebrity attending fan conventions where people only take selfies to mock his creepy look.
At me. I know that. You can't hurt my feelings if I'm in on the joke.
It's a brilliant joke born from the meme storm when fans rejected his 2019 design. Visually, Ugly Sonic retains his disturbing features. Big human-like teeth, tiny wide-set eyes, awkward proportions, and nightmare fur. He was faithfully recreated in CGI based on the original trailer, but this time with intentional comedy. The cameo was so unexpected that Ugly Sonic trended worldwide on release day. Director Akiva Schaffer confirmed they negotiated with Paramount and Sega to use the design, and even built an animatronic puppet for scenes where he interacts with Chip and Dale. A wild tribute to one of Hollywood's biggest blunders, turned meme gold. Knuckles, 2024. In 2024, the Sonic universe expanded with its first live-action and CGI spin-off, Knuckles, a 6-episode series that became an instant hit on Paramount+, showcasing the red echidna like we've never seen before. The story takes place between the events of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. Knuckles, bored of the peaceful life in Green Hills, decides to train Officer Wade Whipple as his apprentice, teaching the clumsy cop the way of the warrior for a bowling tournament. But things quickly spiral out of control when a mysterious former agent of Robotnik shows up, aiming to capture Knuckles and steal his power. What starts as an absurd comedy turns into an adventure full of epic battles, wild chases, and hilarious moments that tie directly into the movie's storyline. Sonic himself makes a brief appearance in the first episode, with Ben Schwartz returning to voice the Blue Hedgehog.
Man, this place is beautiful, huh?
No.
What? Really?
This cameo not only thrills fans, but also firmly connects the series to the movie trilogy, proving Sonic is still a vital part of this universe. The chemistry between Knuckles and Wade is the heart of the show. Their interactions blend humor, action, and unexpectedly heartfelt moments. Visually, Knuckles looks stunning thanks to upgraded CGI with a robust design, vibrant red fur, and expressive animations that showcase both his strength and charm. The special effects rival those of the movies, but with a more irreverent and comedic tone. Knuckles didn't just expand Sonic's story, it proved that spin-offs can be as exciting as the main films. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, 2024. The third live-action Sonic movie hit theaters in December 2024, closing out the trilogy with an epic mix of action, nostalgia, and drama. This time, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles face one of the darkest and most beloved characters in the franchise, Shadow, who awakens with a plan that could destroy the world.
Excuse me? Why do you look like me?
I don't look like you. You look like me. Why do you look like me?
Hey, you know what?
The story dives deep into Shadow's origins, revealing his connection to Maria and Gerald Robotnik's secret project, adding a tragic and more serious tone compared to the previous films. Meanwhile, Robotnik, once again played by a totally over-the-top Jim Carrey, returns more eccentric than ever, teaming up with Shadow to unleash a devastating weapon, pushing Sonic to his absolute limits. Visually, the film is a feast for the eyes. Sonic's charismatic design looks even better with upgraded CGI, while Shadow debuts debuts with a spectacular, game-accurate look, black fur, glowing red streaks, and an attitude that steals every scene. The fight sequences are intense and cinematic, with effects that surpass everything seen in the earlier films. The movie also features the iconic Live and Learn theme from Sonic Adventure 2 during the final battle, a dream come true for longtime fans. Sonic 3 was a massive hit, grossing nearly $500 million worldwide. It became the highest-grossing Sonic movie ever, earning 85% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 95% audience score. And that's the end of this video covering all the versions of Sonic. It's crazy to see how much this hedgehog has changed over the years. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss more evolutions of movies or cartoons. See you in the next video.